大家好，我是麦克老师。As you know, my family and I have been living in the US now for about 2 years since we left Shanghai, China. It's a big transition as we were living in Shanghai for about 12 to 13 years. And so far, I have to say, the transition has gone pretty smoothly. However, there are a few American habits, things that I even do myself, that I don't think my Chinese wife will ever get used to. Hey babe, I'm home.
How was the day?
Hey buddy. Yeah, it was good, but it's really hot out there today. Man, holy cow.
Your shoes.
Yeah, I just picked those up at the Nike store. Half off, on sale. What do you think? Whew, man, I'm gonna get a water, I'm hot. No, of course I don't wear my shoes in the house. However, it's not uncommon for people to just come into your house and not take their shoes off. My wife hates this, and I don't blame her. I remember last year, shortly after we moved into our apartment here in Cary, North Carolina, we invited some friends over for dinner. A couple of them arrived, and they just walked right in, didn't take their shoes off, sat on the couch. I looked at my wife's face, and she was just like, she honestly didn't know what to do. Now, I will say, I'm personally not a big fan of this habit, but there are a fair amount of people that simply don't mind. It usually goes something like this. Hey, how's it going? Hey, come on in. You don't have to take your shoes off. If they ask me not to, that means their floors are probably pretty dirty and I should probably just keep them on. What's more, if it's not a Chinese household, no one has slippers to wear. So if you do take your shoes off, the only barrier between you and a possibly dirty floor is your socks. Oh, this would be a great spot for a sock advertisement. The other thing that's taken my wife a while to get used to is...
Hey, babe.
Hey, what's up?
I'm not feeling very well. Can you give me a glass of water?
Sure, coming right up. Hey babe, here's that glass of water you wanted. Hope you feel better. Oh no! What can I say? Morning or evening, winter or summer, I love a tall glass of cold ice water. Most Americans do. You walk into a restaurant, the first thing they give you, a nice tall glass of ice water. What's the American obsession with ice water? It's just refreshing. But historically, it used to be seen as a luxury. Before freezers were invented, they would haul it in big ice cubes and cut it up, and only the rich people could have nice cold ice water. Now it's a staple in everyone's house, and outside of Asian households, you don't see a lot of people drinking plain hot water. In fact, if you wanted to get a hot water at most restaurants, they would probably be very confused and look at you like you're crazy. Speaking of cold things, have you ever been to Canada? Well, I'm headed there right now. See that bridge over there? That is Canada, where I'm headed for my annual fishing trip. And I've decided to load up my Saily eSIM with a plan from Canada so I can stay connected. I do have some meetings next week, which I'll probably be taking from the fishing boat. Why don't I use my regular phone plan? Why am I using a Saily eSIM? Well, I looked at my phone plan last night. I have 3 options. A, I can upgrade my plan so I have international roaming everywhere, but if I did that, I would lose my buy one, get one free line plan for me and my wife. Not gonna do that. B, I could pay $5 a day, get 1 gigabyte of data each day, and I'm gonna be gone about 8 days, so that'd be about $40. Or C, I can pay 3 cents per megabyte, which is gonna be roughly $30 per gigabyte. Not gonna do that. The Saily eSIM, I can choose a region. In this case, I'm just gonna choose a specific country, Canada, and I can get a 1 gig, 3 gig, 5 gig. The 3 and the 5 are good for 30 days, so I'm good there. I think 3 gigs is probably enough. I'll have Wi-Fi some of the time, and all I really need is data. I can FaceTime my family, I can use WhatsApp or WeChat, check my email, do whatever I need. You know, I'm not gonna be streaming movies on Netflix with it. I'll be too busy catching fish. So this plan is perfect for me. And with my discount code, MICA, I get 15% off. So I'm looking at only $11 for 3 gigabytes of data. It'll last me my whole trip. Not only that, as you can see, I get some cash back. So I can accumulate some credit I can use on future data purchases. Also, I got this awesome referral code, so I can send it to friends. They get $5 off, I get $5 off. So let's go through the border and check and see how it works in Canada. All right, you can see the Canadian flag behind me. Out there somewhere is beautiful Lake Superior of the Great Lakes. And you can see right here, I've got some LTE service. It's been going from LTE to 5G. But keep in mind, I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere, so pretty happy to be able to have service like this. So check out Saley. Use the promo code MICA for 15% off. All right, the next weird habit that many Americans have, including myself.
How was the game?
Good. We won 5-3. I played the full 90 minutes. Holy cow. So sweaty, but it's late. I'm tired. Time to get some rest. Oh, no. Look, I get it. Logically speaking, it makes way more sense. At the end of the day, you're all dirty. You should wash up. You should be clean. Sometimes I'm just too tired. I get lazy and I just want to sleep. Obviously, if I play soccer at night, I'm gonna go home and shower before bed. Come on, that's disgusting. When I wake up, I love to take a hot shower. I mean, I love it. It wakes me up. It gets me going because I don't drink coffee. It just helps me start my day and I feel fresh for whatever I'm about to do. People like me, we've just not set that habit of putting aside time at night for a nighttime routine to shower and get ready for bed. And many Americans are the same. They like to shower in the morning first thing. I'm slowly coming around to being more of a night showerer, but it's taken a while. The next American habit that drives my Chinese wife crazy. Last night, in fact, my wife and I were out to dinner at this great Sichuan place. The food was very authentic. I had the 水煮羊肉, incredible. I ordered 微辣 and asked the waiter, is it 中国辣还是美国辣? And he said, 中国辣. 微辣 was still very, very spicy. We got some other dishes and some rice, and the bill came. It was about $50 or so. And then you've got tax on top of that. And then the dreaded tip suggestion. Oh no! When I was growing up, it was always 15% was the standard. Now it's very common to have 18, 20, or 22% as a suggested tip. In some places, you'll see 20, 25, and 30% as a suggested tip. So this habit, this tipping culture in the US, it's very strange for people coming from a non-tipping culture. And it's not only annoying to my wife, a lot of other people are getting fed up with it as well. I have a friend, he is a college student. He works at a restaurant nearby, and he works evenings and weekends, you know, the prime time to make some money, make some tips. And he told me how much money he makes. Quite frankly, I was shocked. He works at a good restaurant. It's not like a super high-end fancy restaurant, but it's nice. It's in a good location. It's almost always busy. In a good week, he will make $1,500 in tips alone. He also earns an hourly wage, which I don't know how much that is. It could be $5 an hour, $10 an hour. Let's just do a little math here. Let's say each month he has 2 good weeks, $3,000, and he has 2 so-so weeks, $1,000 plus $1,000, that's $2,000. That's $5,000 in a month for a college student. And that is not including his hourly wage, which is maybe another $1,000. Could be less, could be more, I'm just guessing. Now, obviously, if you have to take time off, you're not getting any tips. So I don't know how sustainable it is over the course of a full year, but if you were legitimately making $6,000 a month, that's $72,000 a year. That's not a small amount of money. I might just quit YouTube and be a server. All right, the last American habit that drives my wife crazy. People tanning themselves like they want to get skin cancer. Some people are so ridiculously tan, like I just don't know how that could be good for you. Oh no! There's a huge tanning culture here in the US. It's the complete opposite of China. Growing up, I didn't think much of it. I just thought, sun is good, vitamin D, more, get some tan skin, I look good. But as you get older and more health conscious, you start to think, hey, you know what? I'm not sure this is so healthy. Now, my wife's not crazy about avoiding the sun. She doesn't carry an umbrella around on a sunny day. But at the same time, she doesn't overdo it. As we say in English, enjoy in moderation. Too much of anything is very seldom good for you. I do like better with a tan though, not gonna lie. People will literally pay lots of money to sit in these light beds and just get pelted with UV light. I've never tried it. I probably never will, but it's definitely a thing here. So those are the 5 American habits that annoy my Chinese wife. If you've been to the US before and noticed some strange habits, what would you add to the list? Leave me a comment below. Be sure to check out Saley before your next trip and use the code MICA to get 15% off. That's all from me for now. As always, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. 我是麦克老师，下次再见。